Well, hello there, D-Class. To start off, I have some good news and some bad news for you. Well, yes, being brought to my office in general is considered bad news for any D-Class, but as things go, hey, you know that getting me rambling like this isn't just gonna get you out of things, right? Alright. So, it's time for SCP-1912-1 to have its scheduled reproduction event. And it looks like you drew the metaphorical short straw and are going to be the host. If you're not a big fan of bees or insects in general underneath your skin, then I would personally recommend making your escape attempt now. I'll even give you a head start. Aw, didn't want to take your chances with Task Force? Or are you still interested in hearing the good news about your little task? Well, you're gonna survive. This is a regularly scheduled procedure used to keep SCP-1912-1 content and contained and not swarming to SCP-1912 to go about reproducing unchecked. You see, when SCP-12-A, a clear sticky fluid secreted from SCP-1912, commonly referred to as the sticky pocket watch, gross, makes contact with human skin, within the next 2 to 6 hours a blister will appear, with its size being determined by the amount of -A that the skin comes into contact with. Over about 1 to 3 days, the blister begins to spread outwardly and expand. Another thing that makes you lucky with this is that D-Class used for these reproduction events don't report feeling any pain at this point of the process, which is good because even if you did, we wouldn't be giving you any sedatives. They interfere with the event. It's not like we're being monsters just for monsters' sake. This time. There will be an intense discomfort, though, and feelings of nausea coupled with the process. That can also be paired with the sensation of movement and buzzing from within the blister. Pain will begin to set in about the 3rd to 4th day, though, as the instances of SCP-1912-1 become ready to emerge. The affected area will also feel quite itchy, and you will be compelled to scratch it. This will lead to the blister popping and the release of a compact worker bee ball of -1. Oh, don't worry, all the bees are fine. They'll disperse shortly after. Oh, you're worried about yourself. Yeah, you'll be fine too. It causes far less physical damage than you would expect. Can be a bit on the traumatic side though, so you'll be given Class C amnestics afterwards, which I feel is a tad unfair since I still have to debrief you on this, even though you won't remember it once it's finished. I may as well give you some more information since I have you here, though. We've been talking quite a bit about the bees and not so much about the pocket watch itself. It's dated between the years 18 to 18. It seems to have taken about 15 years to complete, and was eventually located in the home of a prominent member of an extremely militant environmentalist cult. We're uncertain on the how in regards to the pocket watch secreting SCP-1912-A. This is mostly due to requests to dismantle and examine it being denied due to the complex nature of the pocket watch and not wanting to end up destroying the SCP. However, we do know that other than its anomalous properties, -A is equivalent to nectar. They're practically the same thing. Funny enough, though, the worker bees produced due to human skin contact with said nectar do not consume the substance. Rather, when it's been approximately 14 days since reproducing, they will seek out the stopwatch and coat their legs in the nectar before swarming to find a human to infest. A single instance of SCP-1912-1 isn't enough to deposit enough of said nectar to cause a reaction, but a whole swarm of them sure is. They also seem to be able to track the watch from anywhere as well, even in situations where the anomalous bees would surely die before reaching it. They will still do their very best to seek it out. I mean, their survival does depend on it after all, so can you really blame them? The amount of nectar produced by the stopwatch is also comparable to the number of bees active within the colony, meaning the more bees, the more nectar produced, and vice versa. The bees themselves are kept within Biodome C-7 at Biosite 66, and they're tended to as one would standard bees via the use of the Langstroth hive method to allow the easy removal of their honey, dubbed SCP-1912-B. The honey itself poses no known anomalous effects and is kept in Storage Area C. Well, that's the ins and outs of your little mission. Could always be worse. You'll get to live to see more horrors beyond your comprehension. Task Force will be waiting for you to buzz on over, so you better be quick about it. Have fun, D-Class.